Hello students, welcome to your favorite art program. Today you're going to learn about an interesting art technique called mixed media. Mixed media art will allow you to explore fascinating potential in expression and variation. Mixed media drawing techniques. Let us have a look at the definition of medium in art. The word medium can be used in other contexts. In art, medium refers to the material the artist uses to create a piece of work. For example, the medium Henri Rousseau used to create Tiger in a Tropical Storm or Surprise, 1891, is an oil on canvas. A broad use of the word medium is used to describe a specific type of art. For example, painting is a medium. Printmaking is a medium. And sculpture is also a medium. Mixed media is a term used to describe artworks composed from a combination of different media and materials. Artists choose the materials they enjoy working with or those that work best for a particular piece of work. For example, here is a beautiful contemporary portrait created with ink and charcoal by artist Kerry Bill. The practice of combining different types of media to create an artwork dates back to antiquity. Artists from the Byzantine Empire 330 to 1453 AD often incorporated gold leaf on their painting, mosaics, frescoes, and manuscripts. During the Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci mixed pastels with other drawing media. William Blake used watercolour washes in his prints, and Edgar Degas combined pastels with charcoal and printing inks. The use of mixed media began around 1912 with the Cubist collages and constructions. Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque were two famous artists who increasingly developed new outlooks to art media. Pablo Picasso's still life with chair canning painting, created in 1912, is often considered the first modern collage. It is actually an assemblage of oil paint, cloth, pasted paper, and a rope, turning it into a low relief three-dimensional work. Paper collages were made by Braque in the summertime of 1912, whereby he utilized wood grain wallpaper in a series of charcoal drawings. Mixed media was also prominent during the Dada art movement in the 20th century, which began in Zurich, Switzerland. In the 1920s, German Dada artist Kurt Schwitters created various collages and assemblages. He fixed everyday found paper as well as common objects onto canvas, paper, and board supports, giving them new meaning. He developed the concept of mirrors. Mirrors is the idea that everyday found objects were equally valuable in the expression of art as paint. Let us have a look at some of his artworks. Open as customs created in 1937 to 1938. Mers 53, red bonbon created in 1920. Robert Rauschenberg is another American painter whose early works anticipated the pop art movement. He created a series of works from the 1950s and 1960s that literally combine the media of painting and sculpture with a single three-dimensional art object. For example, Monogram is a combine made during 1955 to 1959. It consists of a stuff coat with its midsection passing through an automobile tire. It has been described as Rauschenberg's most famous work. And a centerpiece of his silkscreen collection entitled Buffalo 2, which was created in a pop style depicting evocative images in a mixed media collage. Now I will show you how to draw a landscape using mixed media. Step 1. Draw compositional guidelines and apply rule of thirds on the photograph to identify the focal point. Step 2. Draw compositional guidelines by dividing the paper onto thirds horizontally and vertically, making a linear drawing of the landscape. Step 3. Apply a gradated wash using watercolour on the sky and trees. Step 4. Draw lines using felt tip markers on the sky to suggest movement. Step 5. Explore blowism technique on the bushes. Step 6. Use colored pencils and oil pastel to create various tones and textures on the trees. Step 7. Identify and paste a piece of scrap paper with relevant designs to represent bushes. Step 8. Cut a piece of newspaper in the shape of the bush and paste it. Apply pen and ink to create textures. Step 9. Render tones and details on the wall of the buildings using pencils, pens, and felt tip markers. And here is your final work. Mixed media can be used for a variety of applications. Let us have a look at some further ideas. Pencil and collage applied in a drawing. Expressive drawing using blowism and pen. Collage work highlighted with pen and ink. A portrait in watercolor wash and refined with colored pencils. Freehand drawing using watercolor wash and pen. Colored pencil and wire. A creative, inspirational portrait with newspaper collage ink wash and pen. A combination of different media in a portrait. Tropical Wild Horse Mixed Media by Louise Terrier. Portrait by Rania Fuad in oil pastel and ink. Jane Perkins uses a mix of plastic materials to create works of famous artists. Various craft works can be created with mixed media, for example, scrapbooks, greeting cards, bookmarks, tags. You can even use mixed media on your art journal. Here are some websites and internet sources that you may refer. Dear students, art is a journey, so focus on the journey and not on the destination. Mixed media art is a potential medium for artists to create unique and meaningful art. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson and that you will explore new techniques and combination of styles. So use your imagination and get creative. Thanks for watching.